Hello, hello, hello. Antphrodite here, your pop culture psychic, back to you again with another political reading. This time it's on Jeffrey Epstein and Donald Trump again. So if you haven't seen my last few readings I did on Jeffrey Epstein or all my political readings, I'll put both playlists, link up to it here. So everyone's there's this whole debate right now that's going on between like Jeffrey Epstein and Trump's like relationship. There's like a birthday card and all this other stuff, and I've seen bits and pieces of their dynamic, but I've never directly looked at their friendship. And so you guys have been asking, and I figured I might as well try and do that to see like what their dynamic was really like. I'm not sure how much of like the Jeffrey Epstein accusations and stuff is going to come out in the reading. But if you are interested in that, I have a ton of other videos on that. But I'm going to try and look at their dynamic to kind of see like what was their friendship like, because it's a bit strange. So remember, these readings all at different tapers only, and let's get started. If you guys like these, hit that join button down below to join the YouTube members. There's a ton of additional content you're missing out on. Heaven, hell, meaning of life, celebrity readings, pick a card, you can win a reading from me. Join button down below. All right, so Jeffrey Epstein will be on the left. Donald Trump will be on the right. Okay. I believe him when he says that he walked away from this friendship. Yeah. Donald Trump definitely walked away from this friendship. I believe that. He has gone on record as saying that he stopped being friends with him a while ago. I do believe that. The Page of Wands reverse, which is like saying one thing and doing another, which to me is like, and that's Donald Trump. So that's like, oh yeah, I'll be there, doesn't show up. Oh yeah, I'll do that, doesn't do that favor for you. Like, it seems like how do I word this? It seems like he felt like Jeffrey Epstein's benefit to him was no longer as important as it used to be. Jeffrey Epstein's a chariot, so the chariot is like slow and steady progress, which to me means that I see that as like par for the course, meaning his interactions with Trump seem to be very similar to his interactions with most other people. Okay, so let's keep going. So he's the Three of Pentacles reverse, Eight of Pentacles, Two of Swords. Donald Trump is the Seven of Swords, the Judgment card, and the Four of Wands. You know, it's interesting. So Jeffrey Epstein is the Three of Pentacles reverse, right? So that's like job reverse. So obviously we know Eight of Pentacles, money, and the Two of Swords, separation. Obviously we know that a lot of his dealings and his money that he got were mysteries, right? We don't really know where they came from, right? It's a lot of questions there. And a lot of the stuff that he was alleged to be doing, obviously super illegal, right? But when we look at the Eight of Pentacles and the Two of Swords, the interesting thing here is there is a public Jeffrey Epstein and a not public Jeffrey Epstein, which means that some people saw him as someone that could connect you with everyone, and other people saw him for nefarious reasons. The Two of Swords says that he lived a double life, for sure. Now, the question is, who was a part of the inner circle and who wasn't, right? That's going to be hard to tell. Trump is showing as the Seven of Swords. Victory at all costs. I will do anything to be victorious. The Judgment card is like embarrassment or not gelling with people. And the Four of Wands is reverse, which is like home and family. I don't think the people that Jeffrey Epstein frequented liked Donald Trump. Donald Trump does not seem to be a likable person to them. In fact, this is Donald Trump being like, I'm better than all of them. I don't care about them. Like, I don't need them. There's some sort of ego here where Donald Trump was kind of like, screw you guys. Like, Donald Trump showcases as the person to throw all of them under the bus. Donald Trump doesn't seem to be someone that they were like you can know everything. Like, they didn't like him. They tolerated him, which is strange. In fact, I think the only person that liked Donald Trump was Jeffrey Epstein. Allegedly. Nobody took him serious. They did not take Trump serious. The Eight of Wands, the Ten of Swords, and the Page of Cups, that's like a betrayal. This is very frenemy behavior. Like, if these were girls, I would say it's like frenemies or like competitiveness. But they saw Donald Trump as a joke. Like, he was their entertainment. Yeah, it's like I have a list of people that are entertaining to me and I like to keep them around. For some reason Jeffrey Epstein really liked him though, which is strange. It's almost like there was something about him that Jeffrey Epstein found peculiar or intriguing. But it seems like Jeffrey was the only one that really liked him, which is very strange. I mean, I don't know if I would say that Trump has a history of maintaining friendships in general. But it seems like Trump was kind of just the Queen of Wands, the Queen of Cups, and the Empress reversed. It just seems like he just when you look at those, right? Jeffrey Epstein. This is the dynamic, okay, and this is outside of alleged illegal activities, right? This is just like because I'm not sure if I'm really gonna pick up on stuff like that in this reading. I have previous readings if you're interested in that. I already said that, but just reiterating so you guys don't get mad at me that like I'm not talking about the illegal stuff. I've already done readings on that, so this is more so about their dynamic. I'm interested to go in depth in their dynamic and their friendship. And Donald Trump is like, oh yeah, you have like people that I enjoy being around. Like you have beautiful women that you bring to the parties. You have connections that I can share. You're just as cutthroat as I am. You'll say crude stuff just like I am. Like you have like it'd be like, oh, you're one of the bros. Like you have dark humor like I have. You know, the Empress being reversed is like, you know, you're not, you know, how do I word this? I'm seeing like Saved by the Bell, where he was like oink oink mama. So to me, it's like I don't want to say chauvinistic pig, but like that's the kind of vibe. Granted, we're probably looking at what is this like the 80s? So I guess that kind of makes sense. But that's like the vibe. It's a boys' club. Probably a better term to use it. Five of Wands, Three of Wands reversed, and Lovers card. I think that the fallout of their friendship is because Donald Trump pissed off somebody that Jeffrey Epstein needed. I don't think that Jeffrey Epstein hated Trump. I think Jeffrey Epstein still wanted to connect with Trump because he enjoyed him. But someone who is more influential and powerful that was connected to Epstein fucking hated Trump and issued an ultimatum to separate him from stuff. It just seems like Donald Trump is difficult to get along with. The moon being reversed, the King of Wands reversed, the High Priestess. So what's interesting about this dynamic here is when you look at the High Priestess, it's like trust, right? Healing. But the King of Wands reversed and the moon is reversed. I'm not like that energy is like, I'm not afraid to cause a problem. I'm not afraid to expose people. They felt like Donald Trump was a snitch. They felt like Donald Trump would snitch. Yeah. Emperor's reverse too. Loss of control, Nine of Swords. He was a liability for them. Here's the thing. I'm not sure how much Donald Trump knew. I don't know. And we'll never be able to tell. I don't know how much Donald Trump participated. We'll never be able to tell, right? Like, we're never going to know the truth. But what I can tell you is what I personally allegedly, French Chambers only, what I feel is that whatever he was aware of is only the beginning and the surface. Let me explain this to you. Let's say that you're running a brothel, right? And it's taboo. and you have clients come in and clients, get serviced by the women there, right? And it's super secretive, like a madame, right? Let's think like a madame. And she has a client list or whatever, for women to service, whatever the hell, right? Donald Trump would be someone that I could see maybe them inviting, right? But underneath that, in the basement, maybe they're running like a ring, or they're selling, money or things of that nature, or they're like laundering money or something. I have a hard time believing how much information they would give him because they didn't like him, saw him as unlikable, and saw him as untrustworthy, who would sell out anybody to get ahead. Granted, maybe he found out. Maybe Jeffrey Epstein liked him and pulled him into something. I don't know. I'm not going to be able to see that. But what I can tell you is what I feel, which is that people didn't like him. The people that Jeffrey Epstein frequented did not like him. Jeffrey Epstein's the only one that liked him. Jeffrey Epstein continued to like him even after their friendship ended. And I think Jeffrey Epstein saw him almost like as like a bro. Jeffrey Epstein also lived a double life. So I'm not going to be able to pinpoint exactly what happened. I'm not going to be able to pinpoint exactly what Donald Trump was a part of and what he wasn't. Again, if you want readings on all of that crazy stuff, I have previous ones. What I can tell you is what I see in terms of their dynamic and their friendship. For those of you that are curious, if not, this video is not for you, but this is the dynamic that I see. It's just crazy because I feel like every time I read Donald Trump, it's just like nobody can stand in his energy for too long. Nobody can be around him for too long. And he was worried about himself and his family only. And it just seems like he somehow is think of it like no matter what, it's like a cockroach, right? He just rises. It's weird. It's strange. It's very strange. I mean, the Queen of Pentacles is there, the Six of Cups is there, and the Two of Cups. The Six of Cups is the past, the Two of Cups and the Queen of Pentacles. I guess the $1 million question is, Donald Trump's hand was in the cookie jar, but how far? I don't know. And honestly, not going to be able to tell you. I know that's probably disappointing, probably mad at me. I can't tell. I literally can't tell. There's no way. I mean, I'm good, but I'm not that good. Yeah, maybe one day, but I can't see that. I can just see the dynamic and what they felt about. I can see what people feel about each other. I think people don't realize my ability is based on my empathy, my empath. I'm an empath. So if I can't tap into the emotions, I can't really figure it out. And when you're dealing with people who either have low levels of empathy or low levels of emotion, it's very difficult. And also when you're dealing with a situation like this, I'm going to tap into the connection that they shared, not exactly what they were doing, right? So it's hard. So apologies if you're disappointed. I'm trying. The Seven of Cups is there too, though, which is interesting. I see it's weird. I see Jeffrey Epstein and Donald Trump starting off similarly, and then I see Jeffrey Epstein doing other things, and then Donald Trump being forced out. It's like if you were to create... Let me explain to you what I'm seeing. Have you guys seen Wednesday, where they have like the nightshades? It's like a secret society that the kids have made. It's like if you're like, let's say, like, it's like if Jeffrey Epstein and a bunch of other people were making like a nightshades, like a secret society, and they kicked out Trump before they could do it, which is what's fucking weird. Because it's like, okay, but how much did he participate in it? How much did he know? Did he still get invited to things? Was he still in there? Was he doing nefarious things? I can't tell. All I can tell you is nobody liked him or trusted him. So again, if I'm looking at energy, I'm like, nobody liked him and trusted him. I can't really tell, right? I mean, I'm sure you've been in situations where Jeffrey Epstein is friends with him, right? So someone you don't really trust, but your friend who you trust brings them into shit. You don't like them. You don't want them around, but they end up being involved in shit and they know information they shouldn't know, or participate in something maybe that normally they wouldn't participate in, or they participated in something that's nefarious, right? Because everyone was doing it. And then you're worried they're going to snitch. Like that's the vibe. I can't explain what happened. I don't know what actually happened. I don't know the actions. I don't know who's guilty and who's not. I don't know what was going on. But what I can tell you is the vibe that I allegedly feel. That's it. I'm going to leave it there. Maybe this video is helpful. Maybe it isn't. But I don't think Donald Trump was likable to them. I think Donald Trump was entertaining to them. I think people tolerated Donald Trump because of Jeffrey Epstein, because of their friendship that they had, not anything else. And I think Donald Trump walked away when he realized that he wasn't going to benefit anymore. And I don't know how long ago that was. I don't know when. I don't know what happened or whatever. Sorry, I try my best. If you like that, join the YouTube members. Until next time, good luck. I know, I can hear your guys' disappointment that I didn't really get direct answers, but I'm trying, y'all. I'm trying.